going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the stream, guys. Let me remove this situation. Wait. Oh, yeah. What happened? There you go. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Hope you guys are having a good night, good afternoon. Live again in English. You know, this time we're gonna do it in English, guys. You know, welcome everyone. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, well, you know what? We've been streaming for perhaps 2 weeks or so, and it's going well. I feel good. You know, I feel good. Everything's good. So that's what we're doing. Hopefully, you can help me to what we do the first few minutes. You know, we share the link. We share the link. You know, we share the link in other places. You know, so other people can join. You know, because why not? And you know, we go from there, guys. We go from there. So today, what we're gonna be doing on this live, I'm gonna be reading a book. I'm gonna be reading a book, helping the Spanish community or you know Latin community, whatever community, you know, they're trying to practice their English, guys, because that's what we are doing. I don't know. Oh yeah, let's hit that. Let's erase that, you know, because it's English. What other image do we have here? Let's say, okay, we don't say that. Okay, there you go. Usually we post this, you know, purpose of these lives is for me to practice my English. Let's put a little bit of light here, guys. Let's put a little bit of light there, you know. All right. And that's what we're doing, guys. That's what we're doing, you know. Right here it's 10:45. It's 10:45. That's the time that we have here, you know. Well, you know, today has been a different day, you know, different kind of day. Each day is different, you know. Today I've been home. Working, you know, from home, doing stuff, you know, here and there, you know. Just trying to make things better, you know. One of the things that I did that I feel happy that I did is connect the microphones, you know. In fact, I was wondering if I can test them, you know. So that's one of the things that I did. We also already did the Spanish stream. We streamed for 4 hours, you know, so it was pretty good. We continue with that challenge that, you know, we've been doing it since 2023. You know, since 2023. We are in 2026, so it is what it is, you know. And we go from there, guys. We go from there, you know. You know, we're happy to be here, to be honest with you. Your camera is struggling to keep up with the selected frame rate. Disable. Okay, I don't know what it's saying. Your camera, it's struggling. My camera is struggling. Okay. How is my camera struggling though? I don't think my camera is struggling. I keep getting messages. In that my camera is struggling to keep up with the movements that I'm doing, but I don't think so. Anyways, so like I said, today has been a different type of day. You know, different type of day. And just happy to be here. You know. Just happy to be here and happy to continue. You know, in life we have ups and downs, you know, we have downs and ups. And I've been watching videos. It's crazy because I've been watching videos today about scapees. You know, but back in the days, you know, back in the time of, you know, of people that were at war, you know, and stuff like that, you know, World War I, World War II. And he said, okay, let's say your camera is trying to keep up with the selective and disable some of the camera studio images and auto frame. I don't know what this thing is saying. Okay, I don't really know what troubleshooting camel. I don't think we're having trouble, right? I don't think we're having trouble. Check updates. We're not having trouble. Check updates about camera. No, we're not gonna do that. Everything looks good from here. Everything looks good from here. Let's take off a little bit of the retouch, and that's it. Everything looks good from here, guys. So anyways, that's, I've been watching. Sometimes, I have days that, I want to relax or want to disconnect myself a little bit, stuff like that. Or, I feel like I've been doing a lot, to be honest with you. Been going through a lot, been doing a lot. And I feel like sometimes you gotta have some time to relax, to disconnect a little bit, stuff like that. I feel like the past, just with this whole thing, that I've been doing, I feel like, it's a thing, it's a lot of stress, especially with your mind, and stuff like that. But all I know is that I have to keep going. That's all I know. That I have to keep going, guys. Regardless of whatever, I have to continue. When you work with your mind, it's a lot of stress. When you have to think, when you have to solve situations, when you have to, hear problems and stuff like that. It's stressing. It's not that easy, So anyways, we are going to read a book, I guess. Let's go ahead and read the book, because that's one of the things that we're doing. And to be honest with you, if you notice, I feel more comfortable, speaking. I feel more like fluent, The words are coming out faster. So that's pretty good. That's a positive thing. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. This live can be like at least 45 minutes to an hour. It could be longer. It just depends, guys. It just depends, So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, guys. In the meantime, I'm gonna drink some water, make myself comfortable, and I'm gonna go right to the book. I also want to work on a playlist. I want to work on a playlist, because the only playlist that we have, it's the one from the other channel that we have. Let's go to the other scene. Let's see what. Let's see what's happening here. Here we there. Yeah, this is where we look at all the animals. Oh, what do we have here? Wait. All right. Yes. Yep. The thing is, I forgot that I cleaned the computer today after the Spanish stream. And all my pages were deleted, so that's what's going on, guys. That's what's going on. That's what we're doing. So let's see what we have here. have this camera right now. I have to do this one. And like I said, this is a moment, this is a space where this is a space where you can also practice your English as well, guys. All right, that's the whole situation, all right? That's the whole situation, guys. Fishy, guys. So that's the video right there. We're good at videos, guys. I don't know why. Okay, right there. There you go. It takes a little bit of time, but you know, eventually we solve the situation. Anyways, welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. Let's see what it is. Oh, right there. Oh, you gotta take that live. You can put this thing here as well. Anyways, so let's read the book, guys. We have a place where we read a book. We've been reading a book, guys. It's gonna help us, you know. You can also read it with me. You can read it with me out loud wherever you are. It's gonna help you. I hope you had a good day, you know. I hope you had a wonderful day, you know. Whatever type of day you had, I hope, you know, everything worked well, guys. So let's get this situation rolling, you know, and let's continue. Let's find the site for the book, all right? So we have it here. Is the music loud, guys, or it's not? Wait. Oh yes, the music's loud. Sorry, you have to. Yes, you have to tell me that the music's loud right there. Sorry, you have to tell me that the music is loud. So. Already turn it down. So we have, let's see, I think it's this one. Yeah, the music was really high. So because I changed you know, different screens. There's this one, you know, music's perfect here. But every time I go to a different screen, you know, I gotta check the music. Is the music better now? Is the music better? Yes. All right. So we're gonna go and read the book. You know, I didn't know, you know, one thing, and there are different types of versions of the book. You know, there are different type of versions. You know, the other day I was reading a different version. This is the one that we started with. So I like this one because the images are different. I don't know. Hopefully you guys can remember where we were with the book. All right. So let's borrow the book. You know, let's see if it's that one. We don't need this guy here. Oh, okay. We have to sign in. Forgot to sign in. We have to sign in, guys. Come on. Okay, here's the book. Here is our book, guys. So I'm gonna put my camera here, and we're gonna start reading. All right, we're gonna start reading. Remember the purpose of wow. Let's see. Do we have? No, we don't have that, right? All right, it doesn't matter, because on this one we do. Purpose of this slide is for me to practice my English and for you to practice English as well. So let's go, guys. So we already advanced. Okay, so see these. Okay, wow, this is different. Oh my God, this is different. Oh man, this says that. No, we don't need this one. No, the one that we have. Let's go to the the one that we have. What is it? Moon something? The moon. What's the title of our book? Do you remember? Anybody remembers the title of our book? Let's see if we go to here. The Magic Faraway Tree. Is it that? Yeah. The Magic Faraway Tree. Okay, this is our book right here because it looks like that. So this is our book right there. That's our book right there. All right, that's our book. Okay, we're gonna start reading it. This is our book. The other one is not our book. Okay, now how do we do this? Oh yeah, let's borrow it. Let's borrow the book. First, you gotta borrow the book. It's weird. So it's the Magic Faraway Tree, and that's what we're reading, guys. All right. So, has pictures. Okay. So see, I like this one. I like this one because the name of the kid is called Rick. Okay. The other one, the name of the kid is called Dick, which is used to be a name back in the days, But I like this one because it's Rick. Rick is pretty cool. So here's our book, guys. You can read it at home. I'll put myself here. This is our book, guys. Right there. You can read it. You can read it with me out loud as well. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. We are trying to practice our English. All right. So we already passed where the kids, go to sleep and all that. We are already in the phase where the kids are already in the tree, right? Off to the enchanted wood. Yes, we already read that. Remember this guy right here? Remember this guy? This guy right there? We saw him. But this time we're going to call him Rick. All right, so let's go for it, guys. So we're gonna start. I think this his name is Silky. I think this is the owl. This is an owl. If you don't know what an owl is, it's an animal that stays up at night. Stays up at night. It's an owl. It's an animal that stays up at night, guys. When it's 11 o'clock at night right now. And we're gonna enjoy this. Let's see. I don't know if this guy is his name is Angry Pixie or Silky. So we're gonna start where it says he emptied a kettle of cold water. Do you guys see that at the top? Do you guys see that? This is where we're gonna start. We're going to start at the top, all right? So we're going to start at the top. And it says, that's what we're going to read. It says, okay, are you guys ready? All right, you can read with me, all right? You can read with me. So we're going to start at the top where it says, he emptied the kettle. Did you see our subscriber went up, right? So that's pretty cool. He emptied the kettle. That's what we're going to start reading. He emptied the kettle of cold water all over poor Rick. Then he slammed his window and drew the curtains across. Joe, Beth, and Franny couldn't help laughing. I told you not to peep in at Angry Pixie. So I believe Angry Pixie is the guy, is the owl sleeping. His name is Angry Pixie. Say Joe, whipping Rick with his hanky. He's nearly always in a bad temper. Oh, and by the way, Rick, I must warn you about something else. There's an old woman who lives high up in the tree who is always washing. I remember this. She empties the water down the tree and it comes sloshing down. You have to look out for that or you get wet. I hope you guys are in the same page. Rick looked up the tree as if he expected the water to come tumbling down at once. Come on, said Beth. We'll come to where the owls live soon. He's a friend of Silky and sometimes brings us notes from her. The owl was fast asleep. Okay, so this is the owl. He usually only woke up at nighttime. Rick peered in at his window and saw the big owls asleep on a bed. He couldn't help laughing. I'm enjoying all of this, he said to Franny. It's quite an adventure. The children climbed higher and came to a broad branch. There's a sweet little yellow door with a knocker and a bell, cried Rick in surprise. Staring at the door, set neatly in the trunk of the tree. Who lives there? Our friend Silky, said Joe. Ring the bell. She'll open the door. Rick wrenched the little bell and heard it go ting-a-ling inside. Footsteps pattered to the door. It opened, and a pretty little fairy looked out. Her hair hung round her face like a golden mist. Hello, Silky, cried Joe. We come to see you, and we brought our cousin Rick, who has come to live with us. He's having a lovely time exploring the far away tree. All right, so let's continue to the next chapter, guys. So this is page 13. This is page 14. All right, we're gonna get at the top here. Okay, let's read at the top. We are at the top, guys. So it says, how do you do, Rick? Says Silky, holding out her small hand. Rick shook hands shyly. He thought Silky was the loveliest creature he had ever seen. I'll come with you if you are going to visit Moonface, says Silky. I want to borrow some honey from him. I'll take some pop cakes with me, and we'll have them in Moonface's house. Whatever are pop cakes? Asked Rick in surprise. Wait and see, said Joe with a grin. They all went up to the tree. Soon they heard a funny noise. That's all Mr. What's-his-name snoring, said Joe. Look, there he is. Sure enough, there he was, sitting in a comfortable chair, his hands folding over his big tummy and his mouth wide open. How I love to pop something into his open mouth, said Rick at once. Yes, that's what everybody feels, said Joe. Moonface and Silky once popped some acorns in. Didn't you, Silky? And what's-his-name was very angry. He threw Moonface up the hole in the cloud and put him into the strange land there. Where's the old salsa pen? Asked Beth. He's usually with his friend, Mr. What's-his-name. I expected he has gone to see Moonface, said Silky. Come on, we'll soon be there. As they went up to the tree, Silky suddenly stopped. Listen, she said. They all listened. They heard a curious noise, slishy, sloshy, slishy, sloshy, coming near and near. Oh yeah, remember this. This is the water that is coming from the top. So let's keep reading this. It's Dame Wassail dirty water coming, you see? Remember they say watch out for that water? And that was the noise of the water. So slishy, sloshy, slishy, sloshy is the noise of the water, because they said watch out for the water. There's a lady that's up in the tree, and she's washing clothes, and the water is always coming down. So it's Dame Wash-a-Lot's dirty water coming, yelled Joe. Get under a branch, everyone. Rick wasn't as quick as the others. They all hid on their big bugs. But poor old Rick wasn't quite under his. When the water came pouring down the tree, it tumbled onto his head and went down his neck. Rick was very angry. The others were sorry, but they thought it was very funny too. All right. Next time I climb this tree, I'll wear my swimsuit, said Rick, trying to wipe himself dry. Really? I think somebody ought to stop Dame Wash-a-Lot pouring her water away like that. How disgusting. Oh, you'll soon get used to it. and dodge the water easily, said Joe. Oh, they all went up the tree again, and at last came almost to the top. There they saw a door in the trunk of the tree, and from behind, I guess that's the door, as you can see right there, the top of the tree. There they saw a door in the trunk of the tree, and from behind, let's go to page, I guess 16. There you go. All right. From behind the door came the sound of voices. That's Moonface, and the old saucepan man, said Joe. And he banged on the door. It flew open, and Moonface looked out. His big round face beamed with smiles when he saw who his visitors were. You can say visitors or you can say visitors. It's the same thing. Hello, 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 he said. Come on in. The saucepan man is here. Everyone went into Moonface's curious round room. There was a large hole in the middle of it, which was the beginning of the slippery slip. The wonderful slide that went round and round down the inside of the tree, right to the bottom. Moonface furniture was arranged round the inside of the tree trunk, and it was all curved to fit the curve of the tree. His bed was curved, the chairs were curved, the sofa and the stove. It was very odd. So this is a weird thing, right? So you imagine it's a curved room. Everything is curved. The bed is curved. The stove is curved. The sofa is curved. So that's very interesting. His bed was curved. The chairs were curved. The sofa and the stove were curved. It was very odd. That's what they say. Let's keep reading. Rick stared at it, all in great surprise. He really felt as he must be in a dream. There was somebody very peculiar sitting on the sofa. Very peculiar sitting on the sofa. It was the old saucepan man. He really was a very curious sight. He was covered with saucepans and kettles, and he wore a saucepan for a hat. You could hardly see anything of him except his face, hands, and feet, because he was so covered with saucepans and things. He made a tremendous clatter whenever he moved. "Who's that?" he said, looking at Rick. "This is Rick," said Joe, and Rick went forward to shake hands. Let's go to the top. The saucepan man was very deaf, though he did sometimes hear quite well. But he nearly always heard everything wrong. He nearly heard everything wrong. Okay. And sometimes he was very funny. "Chick," he said. "Well, that's a funny name for a boy." "Not Chick, but Rick," shouted Moonface. "Stick?" said the saucepan man, shaking his head. "Good morning, Stick. I hope you are well." Rick giggled. Moonface got ready to shout out again, but Silky quickly handed him her bag of popcakes. "Don't get angry with him," she said. "Look, let's all have some popcakes. They are freshly made today. And oh, Moonface, do tell us what land is at the top of the faraway tree today." "The land of Topsy-Turvy," say Moonface. "But I don't advise you to go there. It's very uncomfortable." "Oh yes, let's cry, Rick. Can we just peep at it?" "We'll see," said Joe, giving him a popcake. "Eat this, Rick." Popcakes were lovely. Rick put one in his mouth and a bit into it. He went pop at once, the middle of the cake. Oh wait. And he found his mouth full of sweet honey from the middle of the cake. "Delicious," he said. "I'll have another one." "Oh, Joe, please. Let's take our lunch up into the land of Topsy-Turvy. Oh, please, please, please. You guys having a good time? Let's pause a little bit. You guys having a good time? I am having a good time. You know, this is the life where we read books, guys. Are you having a good time? Are you having a good time? I hope so. Okay. We took a little break, all right? We took a little break. And let's continue, guys. So, on to the next page. 17. Now it's 18, I believe. All right, 18 right here. So right now, the land of Topsy-Turvy. So supposedly, I guess that's what's on top of the tree. You know, we gotta use our imagination, guys, all right? Okay, so it reads here, what is Topsy-Turvy land like? Asked Joe, taking another pop cake. Never been there. It says, never been there. Never been there. Say Moonface. But I should think it's quite safe. Really? It's only just come there. So it should stay for a while. We could go up there and see what it's like and come down again if we don't like it. Silky saucepan and I will come with you if you like. Moonface turned to the saucepan man who was enjoying his fifth pop cake. Saucepan, we're going up the ladder, he said. Are you coming? Humming, says Saucepan, looking all around as if he thought there might be bees about. No, I didn't hear any humming. I said, are you coming? Say Moonface. Oh, coming, says Saucepan. Of course I'm coming. Are we going to take out lunch? Yes, said Moonface, going to a curved door that opened onto a tiny cupboard. I'll see what I got. Tomatoes, plums, ginger, snaps, lemonade. I'll bring them all. Let's go to the top. He put them into a basket. Then they all went out of the funny curved room onto the big branch outside. Moonface shut his door. Joe led the way up to a very top of the faraway tree. Then suddenly Rick gave a shout of astonishment. Look, he cried. There's an enormous white cloud above and around us. Isn't it mysterious? Sure enough, a huge white cloud floated above them. But just nearby was a hole right through the cloud. There we go, up that hole, said Joe. See that branch that goes up the hole? Come on. They all went up, the last at topmost branch of the faraway tree. It went up and up through the purple hole in the cloud. At the very end of the branch was a little ladder. Okay, so imagine it, right? There's a little ladder. Joe climbed the ladder and suddenly his head poked out into the land of Topsy-Turvy. He poked out okay, then one by one all the others followed. And soon all seven of them stood in the curious land. Rick, that's not really a word. You can say curiosity, but curious line, you can say curiosity. Curiosity is the word, but you know, curious, it's not even a word that people use normally. But you gotta use it. You gotta say it. Rick was not as used to strange lands as the other were. He stood and stared with his eyes so wide open that it really seemed as if they were going to drop out of his head. And indeed it was a strange sight he saw. Every house was upside down and stood on its chimney. So that's a really weird sight. So all these houses are upside down. They're standing on the chimney. So just imagine that sight right there. It's really weird. Let's continue. So we go into 20. All right. I don't know how many chapters we're gonna read today, guys, but we are on a roll today. All right. We have to practice this. We have to keep going, guys. Okay, let's continue. So the trees were upside down, their heads buried in the ground, and their roots in the air, and the people walk upside down too. So this is crazy. Imagine people walking upside down. That is crazy. They are walking on their hands. Okay, so they're walking on their hands with their legs in the air. So that's weird, guys. Could you imagine that? If you ever saw something like that, you would probably be like, what the hell is going on? Like, what's going on, guys? Okay, so, and the people walked upside down too. They are walking on their hands with their legs up in the air. Say, Joe, goodness, what a peculiar thing to do. Peculiar thing to do. Everyone, everyone stared at the folk of Topsy-Turvy land. They got along very quickly on their hands and often stopped to talk to one another. Shattering busily, that's a word that you don't really use here. Busily, you don't really use it in English. Some of them had been shopping and carried a basket on one foot. Oh my God. So they were shopping, and instead of carrying the bags with their hands, they're carrying the bags with their feet. So that's really funny, guys. That's really crazy. You just have to imagine this, all right? Okay, so let's keep going. Carry the basket on one foot. Let's go and peep inside a house and see what it is like, all topsy-turvy, said Joe. So they set off to the nearest house. It looked really peculiar. Standing on its chimney, no smoke came out of them, but smoke came out of a window near the top. How do we get in? Said Beth. They watched a topsy-turvy man walk on his hand to another house. He jumped in at the nearest window, going up a ladder first. The children looked for the ladder that entered the house they were near. They soon found it. They went up into a window and peeped inside. Gosh, said Joe, everything really is upside down, ain't it? The chairs and tables and everything. How uncomfortable it must be. An old lady was inside the house. She was sitting upside down in an upside down chair and looked very uncomfortable. She was angry when she saw the children peeping in. She clapped her hands, and a tall man walking on his hands came running in from the next room. Send those rude children away, shouted the old woman. The tall man hurried to the window on his hands, and the children quickly slid down the ladder because the man looked rather fierce. It's a silly land, I think, said Joe. I vote we just have our lunch and then leave this place. I wonder why everything is topsy-turvy. Oh, a spell was put on everything and everybody. Say Moonface. And in an instant everything was topsy-turvy. Look, wouldn't that be a good place to sit and eat our lunch? It was under a big oak tree whose roots stood high in the air. Joe and Moonface set out the lunch. It looked very good. There's plenty for everybody, said Joe. Have a sandwich, Silky. Saucepan, have a plum. Crumb, says Saucepan in surprise. Is that all you can spare for me? A crumb? Plum, 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 said Moonface, pushing a rib one into Saucepan's man's hands. Oh, plum, said Saucepan. Well, why didn't you say so? Everybody giggled. They all talked into a good lunch in the middle of it. Joe happened to look. Let's continue. We're on a roll. All right. So here they're eating their lunch, guys. Everything is upside down. and he saw something surprising. It was a policeman. It was a policeman coming walking on his hands, of course. Look what's coming, said Joe with a laugh. Everybody looked. Moonface went pale. I don't like the look of him, he said. Suppose he's come to lock us up for something. We couldn't get away down the faraway tree before this land swung away from the top. The policeman came right up to the little crowd under the tree. Why aren't you topsy-turvy? He asked in a stern voice. Don't you know that the rule in this land is that everything and everyone has to be upside down? Yes, well, but we don't belong to this silly land. So there's the kids. So you guys can have an idea of what's going on. All right? Oh, I'm having a good time, guys. I hope you're having a good time as well. Hopefully you're reading out loud there at home, practicing your English as well. We're trying to read a book every day, but sometimes when we do our lives outside, it's kind of difficult to do this, but it is what it is. I'm kind of tired today, but we have to keep going, guys. We have to keep going. It's 11:23 here, p.m., and we're just excited. So here we see a cop. If you notice, there's a cop. They say a policeman, but it's a cop. Okay, here's a cop coming to the group. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So it's very interesting. 7 kids in this place. All right, let's go to this part. So it said, yes, but we don't belong to this silly land, said Joe. And if you were sensible, you make another rule, saying that everybody must be the right way up. You've just no idea how silly you look, policeman, walking on your hands. The policeman went red with anger. So the policeman was upset. The policeman went red with anger. So he was upset. They this book, to be honest with you, the way they write it, it's the English that they have here, it's not modern, guys. It's all English. So that's why it's a little bit difficult to read it, but this is the best one. This is the best English we need, in order to make our English better. This is all English, I believe. They use some words that really modern, 2026, you don't use these words. That's why they're a little bit hard for me to say them or pronounce it, because I haven't said these words in forever. Anyways, let's continue. I'm into the story, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well as I am, and I'm sure if you speak English very, fluently, then go to my Spanish lives, and you learn some Spanish, so that's how it is. All right, so the cop, they don't say the policeman. No one says the policeman no more. They say the cop, okay? But this is, in all English. So they say the policeman. No one says the policeman no more. If you're from the States, you say the cop. So the policeman went red with anger. No one says went red with anger. Here we say, so the cop got upset. That's the proper way of saying it. So the cop got upset. The cop went upset. That's the proper situation. No one says the policeman went red with anger. I don't know who wrote this thing. I don't think it was probably someone from the States. This doesn't sound like right English, but let's continue to read it. It's kind of difficult sometimes. The policeman went red with anger. He took a sort of wand from his belt and tapped Joe on the head with it. Wow. So he grabbed something and just hit Joe. Topsy-turvy, he said. Topsy-turvy. And to Joe's horror, he had to turn himself upside down at once. The others stared at poor Joe standing on his head, his legs in the air. Oh, fiddlestick, cried Joe. I can't eat anything properly now because I need my hands to walk with policemen. Put me right again. You're right now, said the policeman, and walked solemnly away on his hands. Put Joe the right way up, said Rick. So everyone tried to turn him over so that he was the right way up again, but as soon as they got his legs down and his head up, he turned topsy-turvy again. He just couldn't help it because he was under a spell. That's crazy. A group of topsy-turvy people came to watch. They laughed loudly. Now he belongs to topsy-turvy land, they cried. He'll have to stay here with us. Never mind, young man. You'll soon get used to it. Take me back to the faraway tree, begged Joe, afraid that he really and truly might be made to stay in this peculiar land. Hurry. All right, so we're on 23. Let's go to 24. Let's go on 24. Everyone jumped to their feet. They helped Joe along to where the hole ran down. Okay, everyone jumped to their feet. They helped Joe along to where the hole ran down through the cloud. He wasn't used to walking on his hands, and he kept falling over. They tried their best to make him stand upright, but he couldn't. The spell wouldn't let him. It would be difficult to get him down through the hole, said Rick. Look, there it is. I better go down first and see if I can help him. You others push him through as carefully as you can. He'll have to go upside down, I'm afraid. It was very difficult to get Joe through the hole because his hands and head had to go first. Moonface held his legs to guide him. Rick held his shoulders as he came down to the ladder so that he wouldn't fall. At last, all 7 of them were through the hole in the clouds and were on the broad branch outside Moonface's house. Joe held onto the branch with his hands. His legs were in the air. Moonface, Silky, can't you possibly take this spell away? He groaned. It's dreadful. Silky, what land is coming to the top of the faraway tree next? Asked Moonface. Have you heard? I think it's the land of spells, said Silky. It should come tomorrow, but I'm not really sure. Oh well, if it's the land of spells, we could easily get a spell from there to put Joe's right, said Moonface, beaming. Let's continue. You must stay the night with me and wait for the land of spells tomorrow. The others can go home and tell what happened. All right, said Joe. I can't possibly climb up the tree again if I'm upside down. So I'll just have to wait here. Mother will never believe it. Though when the others tell her why I don't go home, still it can't be helped. They all went into Moonface's house. Joe stood on a chair upside down. The others sat about and talked. Rick was sorry for Joe, but he couldn't help feeling a bit excited. Goodness, if this was the sort of adventure that Joe, Beth, and Franny had, what fun things were going to be. The others began telling him all the adventures they had had. Silky made some hot chocolate and went down the tree to fetch some more popcakes. When it was 5:30, Beth said they must go. Goodbye, Joe, she said. Don't be too unhappy. Pretend you are a bat. They always sleep upside down, you know, and don't mind a bit. Come on, Rick. We're going down the slippery slip. Rick was excited. He took the red cushion that Moonface gave him and set himself at the top of the slide. Beth gave him a push, and off went around the inside of the enormous faraway tree, sitting safely on his cushion. What a way to get down a tree. Okay, let's continue, guys. This is exciting. All right, so we're on 26, guys. The land of spells. All right, let's continue. Rick shot round and down the inside of the faraway tree on his cushion. He came to the bottom. He shot out to the trapdoor there and landed on his soft green moss. He sat there for a moment, out of breath. That's the loveliest slide I ever had, he thought to himself. Oh, wouldn't I like to do that again. He had just got up from the moss when the trapdoor at the bottom of the tree opened once again, and Franny shot out on a yellow cushion. Then came Beth, giggling for she always thought it was a huge joke to slide down inside the tree like that. What do we do with the cushions? Asked Rick. Does Moonface want them back? Yes, he does, said Franny. Pick them up. The red squirrel always collects them and sends them back to him. As she spoke, a red squirrel dressed in a sweater popped out of a hole in the trunk. Here are the cushions, said Franny, and the squirrel took them. He looked up in the tree, and rope came swimming down. Moonface always lets it down for his cushions, said Beth. Rick watched the squirrel tie the tree cushions to the rope end. Then he gave the tree gentle tugs at the rope. And once the rope was pulled up and the cushions went swinging up the tree to Moonface, I wish Joe was with us, said Rick as they all went home. Do you think Aunt Polly will be worried about him? Well, have to tell Mother the truth, said Franny. She sure asked where he is. Mother did ask, of course, and the girls told her what had happened. I find all this very difficult to believe, said Mother. Astonished, I think Joe is just spending. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. I'm on a roll, guys. All right, man. This is a grind. This is a grind, guys. I'm sleepy. I hope you guys are enjoying this book. I hope you guys are enjoying this book. Okay. I'm a little bit tired today, but I'm gonna keep pressing, guys. I'm gonna keep pressing. I'm gonna keep going. So the mom said that it was hard to believe. Okay, the night with Moonface for a tree. I'll trust Moonface to take care of him tonight, but he must come back tomorrow. Nobody said any more. The girls and Rick felt very tired, and after some hot chocolate and a baked potato for dinner, they all went to bed. Beth wondered how Joe was getting on Moonface. He was getting on all right, thought he was very tired of being upside down. It didn't matter how hard he tried to stand the right way up, he always swung back topsy-turvy again. The policeman had put a very strong spell on him. You had better try to sleep in my bed, said Moonface. I'll sleep on my sofa. I suppose I'll have to stand on my head all night, said poor Joe. And that's just what he did have to do. It was very uncomfortable. Once he lost his balance when he was asleep and tipped off bed. He almost fell down the slippery slope. But Moonface, who was awake, reached out and caught his leg just in time. My goodness, said Moonface, don't go doing this like this in the middle of the night, Joe. It's so disturbing. Well, how can I help it, said Joe. I'll tie your feet to a nail on my wall, said Moonface. Then you can't topple over when you are asleep. So he did that, and Joe didn't fall down anymore. When morning came, he was surprised to find himself upside down, because at first he didn't remember what had happened. I'll just peep up through the hole in the cloud and see if any chance the land of the spells is there yet, said Moonface. If it is, we'll go up and see what we can do for you. So off he went to the little ladder and popped his head out to the hole in the clouds to see if the land of the Topsy-Turvy was still there, or if it had gone. There was nothing there at all, only the big white cloud moving about like a thick mist. Moonface slipped down the ladder again. Topsy-Turvy has gone, but the next land hasn't come yet, he said. We'll have breakfast, and then I'll look again. Hello. There's Silky. Stay and have breakfast, Silky dear. I came up to see how Joe was, said Silky. Yes, I love to have breakfast. It's funny to watch Joe eating upside down. Hasn't the land of spells come yet? Not yet, said Moonface, putting a kettle on his stove to boil. There's nothing there at all, but Topsy-Turvy is gone. Thank goodness. They all had breakfast. Moonface cooked some porridge. What do you want on this porridge? He asked Joe. Syrup, sugar, cream. Joe couldn't see any syrup, sugar, or cream on the on the table. Syrup, he said. Please, Moonface. Moonface handed him a small jug that seemed to be quite empty. Syrup, he said to the jug in a firm voice, and syrup came pouring out as soon as Joe tipped up the jug. Silky wanted cream, and cream came out when Moonface said cream to the jug. It was great fun. Moonface went again to see if the land of spell had come. This time he came back excited. It's there, he said. Come on, I'll better take some money with me. I think in case we have to buy the spell we want. He took a small bag down from a shelf, and then he and Silky helped Joe to walk upside down up the branch that led through the hole in the cloud to the little ladder. Up he went with great difficulty, holding on tightly to the rungs onto the ladder with his hands. At last, he was up in the land of spells. The land was like a big marketplace. In it were all kinds of weird, let's just use that word, weird little shops and stalls. All kinds of people sold spells. In some of the shops sat tall wizards, famous for their magic, and some of them were green-eyed, making spells as fast as they could. Outside in the marketplace sat all kinds of fairy folks and their stalls. Pixies, gnomes, goblins, elves, all crying their wares at the top of their high voices. Spells to make a crook nose straight, cried one pixie rattling a yellow box in which were magic pills. Spells to grow blue death, cried a gnome showing a bottle of blue juice. Spells to cast things. Now we must see if we can possibly find a spell to make you stand up straight again, said Moonface. And he went to the little low shop where a strange goblin sat. The goblin had blue pointed ears, and his eyes sparkled as they were fireworks in them. I want a spell, said Moonface. What for? Asked the goblin. I've a spell for everything under the sun in my shop. Very powerful spell too. Some of them. Would you like a spell to send you traveling straight off to the moon? Oh no, thank you, said Moonface at once. I know I look like the man in the moon with my big round face, but I'm nothing at all to do with the moon, really. Let's continue, guys. Boom. Alright. Well, would you like a spell to make you as tall as a giant? Said the goblin, picking up a box and opening it. He showed Moonface a large blue pill inside. Now take the pill and you'll shoot up as high as the house. You feel fine. It only costs 1 piece of gold. No thank you, said Moonface. If I grew as big as that, I'll never get down the hole in the cloud back to the faraway tree. And if I did, I'd never be able to get in the door of my tree house. I don't want silly spells like that. Silly, cried the goblin in a rage. You call my marvelous spell silly. Another word from use all round face, and I'll use a spell that will turn you into a big bouncy ball. Silky pulled Moonface out of the shop quickly. She was quite pale. Moonface, you know you shouldn't make these people angry, she whispered. You might find yourself turned into a bouncy ball, or a black beetle, or something if you are rude to them. For goodness sake, let me ask for the spell we want. Look, here's a bigger shop with a nice looking inside. They all went in. Was knitting socks from the green smoke that came from her fire. It was marvelous to watch her. Joe wished he wasn't upside down so he could see her properly. Good morning, said do you want a spell? Yes, please, said Silky in her most polite voice. We want to make our friend Joe stand the right way up again. That's easy, said her green eyes looked in a kindly way at poor Joe. I've only got to rub a walking spell onto the soles of his feet, and he'll be all right. The walking spell will make his feet want to walk, and he will have to stand up right way to walk on them. So he will be cured. Come here, young man. Joe walked over to on his hands. She took down a jar from a shelf and opened it. It was full of purple ointment. Rub some on the soles of Joe's shoes. Ta 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 ta. And of course, you can guess what happened. Joe swung right over, stood on his 2 feet again, and there he was, as upright as Moonface, and Silky wasn't he glad. All right, we're gonna end at page 33, guys. My God, I'm tired. We're gonna end at page 33. I'm super tired, guys. It's 11:42 right here. We've been doing what? 1 hour. 1 hour. That's what we've been doing, guys. Anyways, that was a grind. That was really a grind. Man, that's like going to the gym, and just beating yourself out. That's what's going on. My God. That was a grind. But I like it. It was a good grind. Anyways, we're gonna end on page 33. We read so many pages today, right? We read so many pages, guys. How many pages did we read? So we read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we read, oh wow, this book is long. So we read 18 pages, guys. 18 pages we read, or I read. I don't know if you guys read that, but 18 pages. It's a lot of pages, guys. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. It's been a long day, guys. Wow. 18 pages. So many pages I read. It's a lot of pages, guys. Anyways, we're gonna stop our book. We're gonna continue, guys. We have to continue, alright? This is a grind. I thought this was going to be easier, but it's not. It's a grind, guys. It's a grind. It's a grind, guys. It's a grind. It's like boxing, Oh my God. It's a grind. It's like boxing. I'm tired today. Oh my God. And I have to do so many things, guys, still. So many things. I still have to do so many things, guys. But this is what it is, This is, if you want good stuff in life, you gotta work for it, Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes from, from the sky, or like you're sitting down and things are just gonna fall in your laps. No. You gotta work for them. And this is a grind. I'm sleepy today. I'm tired. I need a break. I didn't take a nap all day, so it's nap time, guys. Remember, you can comment. You can say anything. You guys can say anything in the comment section. Hello to our international audience. Hello to our Spanish audience that is supporting us. Thank you to the Spanish audience that is here. They're also trying to practice their English, guys. It's a grind. You guys can go to sleep. We'll see what's the weather like tomorrow, guys. All right. Let's check out the weather tomorrow. For tomorrow, let's see. So today it's right now it's 76, so that's not bad. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be 80, 82. Then Wednesday we're gonna drop to 78, which is good. 85, 81. Saturday is gonna be kind of cold, 64, which is weird. So the weather's gonna be it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be good. You guys can see it right there. The weather's gonna be all right. We're having good weather, guys. Yes, it is what it is, but it's a grind for me. It's a grind. It's lots of work, but you know what? I don't know if I should continue to read that book. To be honest with you, I don't know if I should continue to read that book because it's not really written in modern English. So I don't know. I don't know if I should continue to read it because I need to read stuff that is modern. Perhaps we need to read some news, some news from some newspaper or something, because a lot of the words there you don't really say them in English now. Like I was telling you guys, you don't say policeman. You don't say policeman. You say cop. So, but it is what it is. Still lifting weights. It's still lifting weights. So I don't know. Oh my god! I need to take my nap today, guys. I need to take my nap. I should take like a 5-10 minute nap, but I didn't take my nap today. Like for real, I usually take like a 5-10 minutes nap sometimes, but today I didn't take my nap. I did a lot of work here at the house. Like I said, I'm gonna continue with this, guys. I have to continue. I have to continue. I have to read stuff. We'll probably switch it up to like reading news. I don't know. What do you guys think? Reading some news, but we don't want to read like weird stuff. Trump tips DoorDash. Yeah, I saw that. Um, let's read something, guys. Tickets to England. Yeah, we gotta read some stuff. Colombia approves plan to call repos. Okay, but what do we read? Let's read about oil stuff, some stuff about the news. I don't want to read stuff that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Let's read about the oil stuff. That stuff is, when I read that, it's gonna be easier for me to read it and for you guys to read it. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that. So when we read this stuff, hey, two ships have turned back from the U.S. Navy blockage of the Strait of Hormuz ship tracking service Monday. That's after 14 vessels were able to make it through the critical waterway on both Saturday and Sunday. You notice that? You notice it's different. Meanwhile, both international and U.S. oil futures benchmarks settled below $100, which is good. Brent crude. The international benchmark was up 4.4% from Friday's settled price to 99.36 a barrel. While West Texas Intermediate rose 2.5% to 99.8, the U.S. benchmark has gained 73% in 2026. The United States Oil Fund, which tracks U.S. crude oil futures, closed up 2.9% to $128.47. So I like this better, guys. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. You think we should just read some news, guys? You think we should just read some stuff in the news because that's modern English, okay? That's modern English. You understand? You think we should just, read some stuff in the news? I think that's what we should do, guys. We should do that. We should do that. Anyways, so it's April. I just want to get into a season. This I'm gonna guide this situation. I just want to get into a season where we're gonna do like small streams, I guess, 1 hour, 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna get into a season where we're gonna do like 7 hours, 10 hours, and so on. I think that's what's gonna happen, guys. So I'm sure I love my Spanish community, especially the ones that don't come here often, because I'm sure right now when they come and they listen to this, they're like, ah. I can't wait for the Brazilians to show up, right? The Brazilians from Brazil to come to the lives. They're gonna come. Watch. The Brazilians from Brazil are gonna come to the live, so you're gonna be like, I don't understand. Or we'll wait for the Venezuelans to come as well. You remember the ones that used to be here, the Venezuelans, the Brazilians. They'll come. Oh yeah, even that girl from Argentina, right? She'll come around. She'll listen. She'll be like, I don't understand what he's saying. What is he saying? Has this man gone mad or crazy? So that's what it is, guys. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. So when they come, to these English streams, and they'll listen to this, they'll be like, I don't understand. Why is this man speaking English? Why is he I don't understand it. I don't really understand what he's saying. That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, I don't understand what this man is saying. Anyways, it's been a grind. I could continue, to be honest with you. I could continue. It's gonna be midnight, I could continue, but I have to balance stuff. I have to balance stuff, guys, and we just gotta keep rolling. We gotta keep rolling. We gotta keep going. We're working on some short videos as well. Uploading, shorts, uploading videos. So we're still working. We work every day on this channel. To be honest with you, we work every day, Monday through Sunday. And then Sunday through Monday. That's the work on this channel, guys. It's a grind. Oh, I want you to know it's a grind. We work 24/7 on this channel. 24/7, guys. So much work. So much work. So much work is done on this channel. You guys have no idea. Like it's not. I don't think it's human. I don't know if anyone else is doing it, to be honest with you. I don't know if anyone else is doing it. I don't know if anyone else is doing it. I don't know if anyone else is working their channel every day like we're doing it. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. Perhaps. But maybe someone just turning the camera and just leaving it on. Tomorrow, what I was thinking, I need to find another phone. Because I do want to stream 24/7 on our other channel that we have. Like, I just want to put the camera right there and just stream. Just continue to stream 24/7. I want to do that. I want to see what's gonna happen. I can't do it here because it's only gonna record 11 hours. So even if I want to do it, which I could do it, but then is in the channel, it's not gonna be the evidence of a video or a stream that we've done every day. So that's why I'm not doing it, guys, on this channel. I wish I could do it. If I didn't have this situation that I have, the 923, 924 days, 925, I would do it. Guys, we're getting close to 1,000. We're getting close to 1,000 days. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. That is crazy, guys. To think that we're getting close to 1,000 days. Do you guys think it's crazy? I'm sure some of you are gonna be like, I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying. But it's getting crazy, guys. I don't know what he's saying. I know. Please help me out. It's crazy, right? It's crazy to think that we are getting to 1,000 days. It's crazy. Yes or no? Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna use the what do you call it? I'm gonna use the buildings just for the Spanish one. I'm not gonna use it for this. Only 75 more days to go. So that's like, yeah, that's 3 months. So from here to 3 months, April, May, June, July. So around August, we'll probably be hitting 1,000 days. I'll be like 1,000 days. No way. Like I thought. I mean, I'm gonna say to myself, no way. 1,000 days streaming every day. No way. That's what I'm gonna be saying that, guys. I'm sure a lot of people are not gonna believe it, but thank God we have evidence. Thank God we have evidence. That's the good thing. We have evidence, guys. We have evidence. Even though our first streams were only like 30 minutes, 25 minutes, 35 minutes, but we stream every day. That's the thing. We stream every day. Now I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be like, oh yeah, but on some videos you did IRL or videos outside, and some videos you did them from here. But still, we stream. We live stream. So we have live stream for whatever. And just to think, 1,000 days. I did live streaming 1,000 days every day. Wow. In August, I don't know what's gonna happen from here to August, guys, because some stuff have changed. I'm happy because of that. I'm happy because it's not the same. If you notice, some stuff has changed. I'm happy because of that. I think if I would continue to do the same thing, I will probably be bored. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably be bored. What's the same thing? I'm going to show you guys. All right. So here we're going to go to lives, and we're going to go to the oldest ones. Yeah, they were in you have to understand that they were in Spanish, guys. So this is our lives, all right? They were in Spanish, and I was driving a vehicle. But it is what it is, guys. Look, it's a big change. It's a big change. Even with my hair, it's a big change. I like two people watching. So I started to do like a thing every day. I'm like, all right, tomorrow I gotta be on. Then next day I'm like, tomorrow I'm gonna be on. It was not really a big thing for me. It was just it was just talking. So it was not a big thing. Is it a big thing right now? It's not a big thing, but I know what I'm doing, or I know what's going on. And now it's just a thing that I need to leave, like kind of like chasing a record, chasing something. Just saying, we did this 1,000 days, like non-stop streaming. Cause if I stop those streaming like every day, what I'm thinking later is I could stream like 3 times a week or 4, but do them longer, just talking on them. But I think what happens, I think what happens, or what I've heard that happens when you don't stream every day, what happens with this situation is like going to the gym. That's what happens. If you go to the gym every day, you're gonna see the results, like for real. But if you stop going to the gym, then the next day, let's say tomorrow you don't go to the gym, you're like, all right. The next day you say, I'm not gonna go. The third day it's kind of hard to go back to the gym. The fourth day, you're like, I'll leave it till next week. Next week comes, and you're like, I don't know, I'm not gonna go Monday, but I'm gonna go Tuesday. You see, that's what happens. That's why, like professional athletes do their profession every day. You see basketball players. There's a game of basketball of the NBA almost every day. Dallas Mavericks is they are our team. They play almost every day. Every day they're training. You know what they're gonna do tomorrow? The Dallas Maverick players, they're gonna train. They're gonna be here at their training facility, or wherever they're playing, whatever city. They're gonna be there probably around 8 o'clock in the morning or 9. They're gonna work. They're gonna get their massage. They're gonna get their meal. They're gonna practice. And you know what? If they have a game, they're gonna play that night. If they don't have a game, they rest a little. But you know what they're gonna do the next day? The next day, on Wednesday, they're gonna practice. And you know what they're gonna do on Thursday? They're gonna practice. And you know what they're gonna do on Friday? They're gonna practice, because it's a job for them. They do it almost every day. Every day, they're always playing. They have like 82 games. 82 games. An expansion of I don't know how many months, but I'll check it out probably tomorrow or something. Baseball games. Baseball, they have like 162 games, 182 games. And then when they take a break, it's not a long break. It's probably like a month. And they go back to the grind. So they work 11 months and they get like a 1 month break. I think I'm about to get my 1 month break. Today's April, right? I'll probably get a break in May. I'll probably get a break in May, guys. Disconnect myself. Still want to do, streams, but probably somewhere else, because I'm a believer that you have to work 11 months and you got to take off at least 1 month off, but disconnect yourself from everything. I think that's one of the best things that you can do to your life. If it's possible for you to do that, then do it. It's already midnight, guys. It's already midnight, guys. So anyways, we have changed, right? We gone from this to everything that you see. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, guys? Hair is getting longer, guys. I don't know if I should want to cut it a little bit or do something to it. Oh, okay, that's what the camera is saying that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We have changed, guys. You see? We have changed. Anyways, so that's how I see it, That's how I see this whole situation, I mean, I have to do it. I have to continue to do it. I'm going to be called crazy. Noah was called crazy, but he did his thing. If you're going to do great things in life, you're going to be called crazy. You're going to be called like, this is what this person is doing is just weird. You got to do your crazy things. All right. So I encourage you guys to do that. I wish I could continue to do this. I was getting sleepy, but now I feel better. I feel better now. So I feel like I can go on like 2 hours, 3 hours. Let's go. Let's do this. Sometimes we're gonna go deep on weekends. All right, we're gonna go deep on weekends. We'll probably end up like at 1, 2, and we'll go from there, guys. But for now, I think it's been great speaking English for 1 hour and 25 minutes. So I'm happy. I'm happy because of that. This is my moment for me to practice my English, guys. I don't speak to anyone that speaks English, unfortunately, unless it's a business deal, a work situation, or something like that, or I have to talk to, whatever. But I don't really talk to anybody that speaks English. Everything is Spanish. I think I'm gonna just try to speak English to them. I'm gonna speak English to them. Probably just force them to speak English. That's what I'm gonna do. Except for the people who are international, they don't speak English at all. But people that live in the state, I think I'm gonna, you know. And this is gonna change, guys. Like, we're gonna see a lot of stuff here. Like, you have no idea. Like this I think is the second chapter or something like that. This is gonna change. Evolve. We're gonna continue to evolve. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. All right, y'all have a great night. 1 hour and 26 minutes, 1 hour and 27 minutes. I feel happy. I'm not satisfied, but I'm content. Why not? Imagine someone that only speaks English who's trying to speak Spanish on a live stream. That's me. So we're happy. We're happy, guys. You have an amazing night. You have an amazing night, all right? Y'all stay good. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay happy. Y'all stay, positive. I'm gonna come tomorrow. I have to come tomorrow. Like I said, it's all in the mind, guys. Your mentality, you have to do it, and not feel sorry for yourself, and not feel like, oh, poor me, little poor Tommy, me, little poor little boy, me. No, what do you mean, poor me? There's people in Africa who are streaming, who don't have the internet that we have. People in Asia, people in the Middle East that wish they had the internet that we have, that wish they had the things that we have, but they're doing it. There's people streaming in Latin America, and they're streaming 12 hours a day, 6 hours a day, 7 hours a day, like, for real. They're streaming almost every day. Every day. Don't think the streaming community is a real thing. There's this guy in, I think, Peru, but he's in South America, and they ask him, how many hours were you streaming? It's like 7 hours, 8 hours. That's what it is, guys. That's what it is. 7 hours, 8 hours. This is a job. You do your job, right? You work in your job 8 hours, right? This is a job that I'm doing right now. Am I getting paid? No. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we have to go. We have to go deeper, guys. Yeah, I have to go deeper. You have to understand. Like, I know you don't have to be here like every night, every day. You don't have to be here. You have to do your own thing, because we are trying to lift up a new audience. A new audience is gonna come, and it's not like you guys are going to be replaced, not at all. But we're gonna get a new audience for sure. We're always lifting up a new audience, especially here. They're gonna come. They're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna connect myself. I'm gonna activate the notifications. And this and that, guys. So we have to continue. We have to continue. Y'all stay blessed. Let's go. Let's keep going. I'm gonna be 1 hour and 30 minutes. All right, 1 hour and 30 minutes. One day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41.